Your heart sends more information to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. Let that settle for a moment. This single fact flips our entire understanding of who or what is in charge of our internal world. This script will show you the precise mechanism your heart uses to broadcast your emotional state into the room around you. It will explain how this broadcast shapes your reality, moment by moment. And chances are, the signal you're sending right now is creating the very problems you're trying to solve. The idea of the heart as a simple pump is centuries out of date. Inside your chest is a sophisticated information processing center, often called the heart brain. It contains around 40,000 specialized neurons, a network so complex it can learn, remember, and make decisions independently of the cranial brain. This intrinsic cardiac nervous system is in constant dialogue with your head. The signals flowing up from the heart along the vagus nerve are a powerful driver of your emotional experience and cognitive function. When you feel a gut instinct or a wave of intuition, you're likely processing information that was first registered by the heart. This upward flow of information means your emotional state has a direct, measurable impact on your ability to think clearly. Stress, frustration, or anxiety originating in the heart's signals can literally inhibit the brain's higher cognitive functions. Your perception narrows. Your ability to find creative solutions diminishes. You default to old reactive patterns because the brain is receiving alarm signals from its partner below. The heart sets the tone. The brain follows its lead. But this internal communication system is just the first layer. The real power is revealed when we look at what the heart broadcasts outside the body. Your body generates an electromagnetic field. Every organ contributes, but the heart's field is by far the most powerful. It's about 60 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the field produced by the brain. Scientists can measure this field with magnetometers from several feet away from the body. It forms a donut-shaped energy field, a torus, that extends in all directions, centered on your heart. You are sitting in the middle of this field right now. It passes through every cell of your body and radiates out into the space around you. This field is a carrier wave. Just like a radio signal carries music, your heart's field carries information. The information it carries is a direct reflection of your emotional state. Every feeling you experience, gratitude, anger, peace, worry, changes the rhythm of your heart. That rhythmic pattern is then encoded directly into the electromagnetic field you are broadcasting. You are a walking, talking radio tower. The people standing near you are inside your broadcast radius. Their bodies and their own hearts are picking up your signal whether they are conscious of it or not. So what kind of information is encoded in that signal? The answer lies in a property called heart rate variability. Your heart rate is constantly changing. The time between each beat is a little different. This beat-to-beat variation is called heart rate variability, or HRV. A healthy, resilient nervous system has high HRV, meaning it can adapt and respond flexibly. When you look at the HRV pattern of someone experiencing stress, anxiety, or anger, it looks chaotic and disordered. The graph is a series of jagged, incoherent peaks and valleys. This is the signature of internal disorder. It's a messy, noisy signal. Now, look at the HRV pattern of someone experiencing genuine appreciation, care, or gratitude. The pattern transforms. It becomes a smooth, orderly, sine wave-like rhythm. This is called heart coherence. It's a state of optimal function where the heart, mind, and emotions are aligned and synchronized. This coherent rhythm is a clean, powerful, and organized signal. You can feel the physical difference. Think of the tight, constricted feeling of frustration. That's incoherence. Now think of the expansive, warm feeling of sincere gratitude. That's coherence. This shift from one state to the other has profound biological consequences. In a state of coherence, your body's systems begin to work better. Cortisol levels drop. The production of DHEA, the vitality and anti-aging hormone, increases. Your immune system gets a boost. Your brain's cognitive functions improve. You literally get smarter, healthier, and more resilient just by changing the rhythm of your heart. This is a physiological state you can learn to create on demand. But the truly strange part is how your coherent field influences the biology of other people. Two tuning forks tuned to the same frequency have a unique property. If you strike one, the other will begin to vibrate in sympathy, even without being touched. This is called resonant coupling or entrainment. The heart's electromagnetic field works in a similar way. When you are in a state of heart coherence, broadcasting a clear, stable, organized signal, you can pull other people's heart rhythms into sync with your own. Their heart rates might be different, but the pattern of their HRV can begin to mirror yours. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute have measured this effect repeatedly. They put two people in a room and measured their heart rhythms and brainwaves. As one person intentionally enters a state of coherence, the other person's brainwaves can begin to synchronize with the first person's heart rhythm. Let that sink in. Someone's heart can literally entrain someone else's brain. This happens without any verbal or physical contact. It's a direct, energetic exchange of information. We've all felt this. You walk into a room where someone is calm and centered, and you feel yourself relax. You sit next to someone who is deeply anxious, and you start to feel uneasy. Your nervous system is tuning to their broadcast. This process of entrainment is fundamental to social connection. Studies show that a mother and her baby will often synchronize heart rhythms when they're close to each other. The same effect has been observed between romantic partners, close friends, and even co-workers who have a good rapport. We are constantly, unconsciously tuning ourselves to the people around us. Our hearts are trying to find a common rhythm. A coherent individual acts like a powerful conductor in this orchestra, helping to bring the entire system into harmony. But this effect is still more fundamental than that. It even crosses the boundary between species. In a now famous study, researchers measured the heart rhythms of a young boy Josh and his dog Mabel. They were in separate rooms. The data showed their rhythms were completely independent. Then, Josh entered Mabel's room. As soon as he did, their HRV patterns locked into a coherent state together. The bond between them was so strong that their hearts literally started beating in a more synchronized, harmonious pattern. The dog's nervous system entrained to the boy's loving state. Then they asked Josh to consciously generate feelings of love and appreciation for his dog while in the same room. As he did, both of their heart rhythms became even more coherent and synchronized. The boy's intentional emotional state directly influenced the dog's physiology through the electromagnetic field. This isn't a metaphor, it's a measurable biological data exchange. You are having this kind of effect on your pets, your plants, and every living thing around you. This raises an obvious question. If this field can affect another person or an animal, what are its limits? How far does this influence extend? Institutions like the Global Coherence Initiative are exploring this very question. They have a network of highly sensitive magnetometers placed around the world, constantly measuring the resonant frequencies in the Earth's magnetic field. Their data suggests a correlation between major global events that create a collective emotional response, like tragedies or global meditations, and changes in the Earth's geomagnetic field. The hypothesis is that when a large number of human hearts go into a shared emotional state, the combined field is strong enough to interact with and be detected in the planetary field. We are all nodes in a vast interconnected network of living systems. The information we broadcast from our hearts contributes to the quality of the entire field. Think of it like a pond. Each person's emotional state is a pebble dropped into the water. A state of incoherence, stress, fear, anger is like dropping a jagged rock. It creates chaotic, messy ripples. A state of coherence is like dropping a perfectly round stone. It creates smooth, orderly, harmonious ripples that travel outward. When enough people are generating coherent waves, the entire pond begins to resonate with that harmony. The individual becomes a powerful force for stabilizing the whole system. The mechanism is the information encoded in the field itself. This information travels at the speed of light. It carries the signature of your inner world. The quality of this information determines the quality of your interactions and your environment. When you are in a state of coherence, your brain works better, you're more intuitive, you're more open to new solutions. You project a field that makes others feel safe and seen, inviting more harmonious interactions. You are quite literally programming the space around you with the data of your heart. Conversely, a state of chronic incoherence means you are broadcasting a signal of chaos. This signal puts your own brain into a state of inhibition. It puts the people around you on edge, often unconsciously. It invites friction. It reinforces the very stress that creates the signal in the first place. You become trapped in a feedback loop, where your internal state creates external conditions that then justify the internal state. The cage has a door. You built it, which means you already know the combination. Breaking this loop starts with recognizing that your emotional state is a choice. It's a skill. You can learn to intentionally shift your heart's rhythm into coherence. The technique is simple. Focus your attention on the area of your heart. Breathe a little slower and deeper than usual, imagining the breath flowing in and out through your heart center, and then activate a genuine feeling of gratitude or appreciation for someone or something in your life. Hold that feeling. That's it. Practicing this for just a few minutes a day can begin to retrain your nervous system's default setting. You are the architect of your own internal environment, and that internal environment is the primary cause of your external reality. The field you broadcast is constantly interacting with the field of everyone and everything else. It's a silent conversation that never stops. Your heart is either broadcasting a signal that invites connection, creativity, and resilience, or one that invites conflict, confusion, and stress. The signal is always on. The most important conversations you have are the ones your heart is having with the world when you are completely silent.